given Sunday. 16-4 in favor of the Ninjas the last time they played, and now for survival. Only one team can continue on their road to Rio. The first of 3 events for qualification to the only major of the year. It's destined for November. And charging down middle. A lot of CTs on pistol rounds have been flirting with aggression, Hank, and it's coming in again.
Yeah, we see a lot of this these days, and it will be Rez to open things up. That fantastic shot, but Zywoo from the underpass will be pulling one back there. 4-4 with Masuta. He'll be under scrutiny towards the second middle position. The CTs can't find enough action here. Micro drops. That's a couple of Glocks bullets to do the job here. Man advantage for Vitality. They still have 2 smokes and Molotov available, and Nork. He'll be given the task watching quad and the apartments here. Moving back towards the balcony. Plopsky will join in for the crossfire. And we'll see Vitality still back at T-spawn here. That's going to be Apex. Still right back at it. Waiting for any CT response.
Very passive approach. Really hoping NIP will try and level the odds. An impressive throw from Shoxy. Didn't quite get it in the bucket as he intended. Going for the trick shot. 55, advancing towards the 2 CTs. It is the majority of the remaining 3.
And bear in mind we had to do a knife for this one. So NIP coming out on top there, chose the CT side, but this pistol doesn't look great. But the crossfire, promising.
Nork has a real chance, but misses the first. And Apex, he was so prepared for that. Plopsky's trying to get the dunk on, but repositioned. It's Masuta, and now he can't even find the bullets. Just Rez. Maybe the first, but Shox had the P250. One quick click gets him the first and the pistol for Vitality.
So this happened last time. They won the pistol.
And then what happened, Chad?
Then they lost 5 in a row. So
okay.
Let's see if NIP want to opt for the force bite. Yes, they do. Quick response right there. Some scouts, deagles, smokes. You know what to expect on these type of rounds.
Makes sense on Inferno. Almost every CT side will force buy on round number 2 here.
Oh, Hank, Zywoo's pulled out the PP Bison.
Oh, it's just a matter of time, I would say. It's a very powerful gun. It's recently been adjusted. That smoke not as good, but still, I like it.
Yeah, it's
new.
Don't want to be going near T-spawn. No one will ever go.
Okay, what?
Bloody hell, Twist. That was a drive-by. Rez gets an easy one. He even puts bullets into Shox as well. That shot, so fast. Masuta was just trying to swing into the angle. Thought he had the element of surprise, and I believe he did, but flick of the wrist.
But that smoke was meant to land top mid. It was meant to dissuade any aggression from the CTs and definitely push back a scouter who wants to stand on the brackets. So it's all fallen apart. And it's not often that Zywoo is the individual missing smokes, shots, or anything whatsoever. So this one here could turn very quickly. Jeez, that's just one tiny detail of the round, and they're down to a 2-on-4, and their HP is, I want to say not very desirable, but I think that might be obvious.
Certainly not great. Zywoo and Shox trying to fight their way back into the round, but so far the script reads exactly like it did the first time around. Zywoo will pull a kill back, but takes a lot of damage for it. They're both less than 20 HP at this stage. So towards Arch they go right now. They still have 40 seconds. Towards B, options not looking too great. Lekra the Deagle at the back of the fountain.
Rush, that chicken is triggering me. Could we please move away from that mad chicken?
A lot of squawking.
Yeah, he's just running into the bicycle repeatedly. Just give up, dude. Calm down.
You guys heard the saying, running around like a headless chook?
Yeah, well, normally we say chicken because we're not as cool as you guys, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. Oh, he could have bided his time. Perhaps vulnerable now.
Vitality can still win this.
They certainly can with a frag like that. Now, despite the low HP, they need to get that bomb down. They'll be planting very safe. You can play from apps if you can get there. Doesn't look like that's their intention.
They've got a kip, just bear that in mind. So not as much pressure as you'd assume.
Yeah, and with a smoke kit.
And the perfect weapon for the job. Both of them are running gun potential here, and just one bullet required.
Really does look great for NIP to win the second round here. But if Shox could hit the first, wow, Plopsky makes no mistake in finding that. And now both of them, they are lined up, but Plopsky, he profits from the low HP. It is just 2 clicks of his mouse. His Desert Eagle still got 4 in the chamber. And we do see a nice second round victory. NIP, they win the 4, so Chad, the prophecy continues, I guess.
Yeah, so now what needs to happen? Well, last time round they didn't have to defuse.
Look at this.
So silly. How does he get away with that?
One more time, please. Thank you very much. So nothing, and then I think he just sees a tiny shoulder that's past his quick scope, and he just flicks in. Oh, it's still there. I'm gonna go kill it myself. Get me in the server rush. Beam me up, Scotty. I'm coming for it.
Well, he won't last for very long because that's a highly naded part
let's
of the
get a
map
Molotov
here,
in there fast.
As long as it's not the bell, I'm fine. The bell would... All right. The Bison's in the other hands now. Nork. I want to see an ace with it. I want to see all 5.
We haven't had the big PP Bison play yet. You know, like 64 bullets through the smoke.
It's coming.
I love the way it reloads too. It looks so satisfying.
It's a stylish gun. And Plopsky, he's a stylish man. He'll be opening things up here towards Banana. Smoked off as well. Apex firing bullets down range, but won't be doing much for them here. The Bizon, very intimidating weapon on the other side there. Probably going to be enough to send them packing towards A. Oof, that certainly will be. Through the smoke, Plopsky gets his second of the round. Doesn't take any damage for that interaction either. 3 AKs remain. 1 smoke and a flash. This is looking weak for Vitality. Nothing really can do apart from go for this kill. Nice shot from Masuta. Someone had to stand up and do something about this, and maybe that's enough.
Maybe. I'm not quite convinced, though. Even though they've only got SMGs, like this Lekro Res Crossfire is not as potent as it could be. But the angle looked good. Masuta's doing it again. It's like Mirage. He has one of these rounds where he just decides he's going to get all of them. This time, Lekro will catch one. Quickly found by ZywOo in response. Bomb to be planted. Plopsky will spot him. ZywOo's going to be forced to reposition. They know where both of them are here, so certainly not far out of the realms of possibility. Shock's forced out of position thanks to the CT incendiary. Ooh. On the flash, ZywOo avoids it. He's going to get overwhelmed. The transfer, and Shox is there in support.
No.
That was a mad control of his AK spray.
That was a 3 versus 2 there, and ZywOo and Shox will both live to tell the tale. Big round. They lost the first 2 picks. Somehow Masuta taking matters into his own hands. That was just a gut feeling play from him as well. Didn't really have any sort of mythology behind it. Just had to push up and manage to get those 2 kills. Man towards A, and nothing could be done on the retake there. Very surprising.
Well, we're off script now, so I can't tell you what's going to happen.
No, exactly.
Unfortunately,
They forced by response, though.
Yeah, and it's still very likely they can pull away with a round here. Then 4 for Lekro. Deagles and smokes again. Money isn't blossoming for Vitality. The AKs are great, the utility behind it's good, but these rounds, they're still difficult to get through and very, very labored. So let's see at what pace. Vitality aren't going quick like they were on the first anti-eco scenario. This time slowing it down, actually taking their time. There's another one. There's another chicken.
Yeah, no one's killing these chickens.
Shoot the chicken.
You could always count on a Scream. Scream was always a chicken killer.
Yeah, I think Flusher's got some good chicken killing stats too.
Peeking into the line. Plopsky wants to take the pot shot, or the plop shot, as he calls it. Won't find anything just yet.
Well, here we go. NIP whittling the clock down here. They still got 3 smokes. No kits this time, but the Deagles and M4s are out. Lekro with the rifle. Okay, grenade towards middle. Doesn't do a ton of damage, and they're actually starting to transition over towards B. As they do that, Team Vitality sending every member of their squad up towards middle, so bit of an open runway at this point. Just Twist to defend, and he's got no armor in towards Arch.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Lekro can do something with this M4. It's the only weapon they've got. They're all coming towards his position. That Twist Deagle doesn't quite look like it's going to arrive in time. He does keep ZywOo busy at least, and now he's taking him down. Lekro gets one as well before the bomb can be planted. It actually gives NIP the numbers.
And some time to transition over. We'll see them push down towards Banana to be Nork and Plopsky. They have armor, Deagles. Might as well see what they can do here. They have the man advantage for now, 4 versus 3. Apex, though, in a very strong position with this MP7. Looking to shut them down, give them no access towards the apartments, funnel them towards quad. And that's where Shoxy's ready and waiting. Spots 1. No utility to be spotted, but shouldn't be a massive deal for Vitality to finish this one off. There we go.
Handled that with ease, and Apex eventually does leave Boiler to find the frag on the flank. Nork goes down, and it will be Rez just to try and save on that to that AK-47. Makes a lot of sense. Seeing Vitality find themselves their 3rd, and it's off the back of Shoxy triple kill.
Yes!
Yes, die.
Now, I do really think chickens are cute, but in the game, I don't want to hear them.
Yeah, I mean, I've even seen turkeys looking rather affectionate on the internet.
Really?
Yeah, the internet's so big now, pretty much any animal, there is probably a cute video of it cuddling a human.
Do you know owls look kind of cute-ish, like, in a weird way?
I saw that James Bardolph's added owls to his list of interests, alongside peppercorns and mechanical
I
keyboards.
Didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. But
no, check
owls.
his Instagram story.
Owls without feathers? Take a look at owls without feathers.
They are haunting.
They're very ugly-looking animals.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
It's like me with makeup off.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to see that.
No.
Like a snail without its shell.
So we've got the Eco for an IP here. 3-1 and Vitality looking for 4 rounds on their T side. Third and final map. Inferno often the great decider, and Plopsky boosted up in towards the first oranges. Not much of a chance of finding a massive amount of damage, but he will survive longer than anticipated, I suppose. That's something. And either way, the round's going to be Vitality's.
Yeah, an anticlimactic finish to round 5, as the CTs will just be sitting on the other side of the map, hoping they don't encounter the Mac 10. If anything, they just want to preserve the AK and not die to an SMG. That's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, and just in case you're just joining us here, you haven't been tuning in for the entirety of this series, this is an elimination game. It's a lower bracket match for the playoffs of the Road to Rio for the European Division. The winner of this game right here will stay alive in the tournament, and they will face the winner of our second best of 3. Well, it's third best of 3 of the day, but second from the European side of things, which is G2 versus Heretics, another French affair coming up next.
Should be a good game, actually.
I'm excited to see more from Maka and Nevera.
We haven't had a third French team in the mix for some time. It's always been G2 and Vitality, or mixture of those sort of teams. And for now, we actually have, for the first time, a team that could cause some damage here. G2 losing to North and their coach early in the week certainly does set things up for an exciting storyline. Either way, 4-1, and we get into another gun round for NIP, but they can't afford the AWP. It's normally Twist will be AWPing here on Inferno, especially towards that quad side. They'll have to make do with the M4s here, but Twist certainly capable of delivering with the rifles as well. It's Rez with a saved AK-47. Had some great moments here today, but he really needs to turn it on now as they enter against the Mac 10 with 3 players without helmets on the CT side. So watch out for Apex here. Going to be deadly with the SMG.
Sails up.
You'd expect this sort of pacing, considering the weapons they've got. They know the money's well on the CT side, just trying to be unpredictable. There's a lovely shot to open things up. The lack of helmet for Twist certainly being an issue, but not so much for Lecro. He's on for his third here, but not going to happen. It's Rez to pick it up, and that's towards the outside. RPK will keep them in the round, though. 2 versus 1. Plopsky, 1 smoke, no kits, M4 in hand, and smoked out from the side itself.
Tough one for Plopsky. Does manage to catch the timing on Shocks. RPK wasn't there, but it's the 2 of them doing it all. You had 0 frags to start that one off. RPK comes in with a crucial double. Shocks, we talked about his performance in the series coming into our third, and he's done it again. Let's see RPK's first frags. He had 1 ADR prior to this. That's incredible. Doesn't look like we quite get to catch that one instead, but the scoreline does remain. It's 5-1.
They got more rounds than last time, Henry.
Yeah, that's a good point. They've got to that point, and we'll see an Eco coming in for an IP as well. Barely a partial buy with 3 players about Kevlar, and we'll see them have a few smokes, 4 of those in total. Plopsky won't be spending too much. This is legal for him as Zaiwu goes for the first incision in middle. They're going for 4 players in this spot as well, so Swiss to smoke them off, and we'll see whether this first kill comes in. It looks good. He's at least worth 1 here.
Yeah, he doesn't quite get it. Masuta, however, onto Twist, and good damage from Rez. Sound is restored, so is Lecro's Deagle. He's got 2. Phenomenal work from the Swede. He's kept them competitive. This was just the Desert Eagles. This was just the half buy. And Plopsky's got another. Oh, Vitality. They've come so far, and now they could lose to just the Deagles. He's lined something up. Wants to play around that smoke. He can jump on top of the box and peer above it. Does keep him safe from the incendiary. RPK, he could do this again, but Plopsky's so quick to trade. He does find it, and NIP secure their second.
Decent effort from RPK. Sets himself up a nice smoke there, but the shots is what let him down there. As soon as he fired off to the first player, it was just a simple trade for Plopsky and a big win for NIP there. Entering with the Desert Eagles comes down to the 1 versus 1. Closing it out, they'll have plenty of money going forward as well. Twist almost certainly get out the AWP. Plopsky can drop it for him, considering he's got 6 grand. I'm pretty sure that's what will happen, but time will tell.
Both of their round wins have only been with the force buy so far. Yeah. They haven't actually come
second
through
round as well.
Yeah,
right?
with a clean gun round. So if they want to turn the tide of this third and deciding map for elimination, NIP need to start mounting some rounds right here, right now.
So Twist does get the AWP. 3 towards B to kick it off. The AK is there in the hands of Plopsky, so I assume they'll be challenging for control where the deep smoke suggests they certainly will be. Grenades. Plopsky towards barrels. So decent amount of damage done towards the T's. Plopsky will be happy to push a bit further down, knowing the grenades are chipping any potential terrorist down to size.
Okay.
Plopsky, that's so aggressive. What? He's pushed T stairs. RPK can't believe it, neither can
He
Chad.
had the pin being pulled to the grenade. That was his cue just as the smoke was going down. So he gets the kill and gets away with it. Spotted the bomb as well. That's pretty massive. from the likes of Plopski.
They go up towards long, and with the miss like that from Twist, perhaps there's still chance for round 8 to go Vitality's way. They've only conceded the first frag. But Twist's going to be continue to be tested here. They want to deny any information that he could be getting to say that long is clear. Here comes Masuta's second attempt. They might throw a smoke on this one, or it seems.
Well, he must have spotted that on the jump.
Return to B. Yeah, Plopski. What's he got for it though? Only the incendiary. Nork will be deploying his smoke at the 32nd mark, and if anything, I've learned.
They're just going to look at each other now. They have to go through this.
They'll be throwing their own. So that's a CT smoke. Apex is enough for one as well. Zywoo for the Molotov. You know what? With 20 seconds left, I don't hate this. This looks pretty good for Vitality. No flash on Nork makes me nervous. A smoke covers him, and he gets just the first. Still chances for Shoxy.
It's always going to be so difficult trying to operate with low time here. You remove one of your players trying to get that bomb down, but they managed to do that. It is a 4 versus 2, but Zywoo alive. Let's see what he can make of it. AK-47 available, no utility. First kill will be available towards Lekro. Doesn't make it clean, and now they know exactly where he is. He's aware of that fact, and will have to be combative here. Might as well go for it. He's surrounded when we save the AK. First shot, beautiful, but very well played from NIP. That's going to be their third. And the money in terms of loss bonus will be at $1,900 plus the 800 here. So there is a buy with RPK's 10 grand available. So more than a buy. He's honestly looking very comfortable in that department. As we'll see NIP claw some rounds back, 2 in a row for them. Both ending up with defusers.
Yeah, this one, the tracer fire. Oh, he didn't even get any. So that's shocks. I know he got a third. This is what I was interested in, but yeah, no, completely blind. No tracer fire from Apex, just the sound cue.
That's big impact considering the fact that he only has 4 kills to his name, and before that round he was sitting at the bottom of the barrel for his team. He's come alive, Nork, and in a big way, so he did say they needed to start adding some rounds. That's the first step. They win this one. They can avoid the plant here, and NIP can really start to look dangerous. Early nade over the top, chunks down Masuta to 80 HP, so now he's in headshot range for the M4A4s. There's a couple of AKs in play, obviously the AWP still with Twist, but once again, back towards middle they go. Simple as you like. Smoke off towards the arch side, flash towards top mid, they clear it, and brackets his Vitalities.
Indeed it is. Flashbang over the top, Nork will swing out, but he's been detected at this point. He's a bit of backup. The incendiary deployed. Still a 5-on-5 for now, but Plopski very committed and alone towards B. A beautiful play from Apex. Boosted up on the half wall here, but Zywoo will be spotted. Shot through the smoke. It's a headshot. No smoke down in CT spawn, but the trade will come through. Smoke found by RPK, so we'll deploy that now. His teammates need to get in there quickly, which they will. Shoxy with the bomb. And nothing really can be done for now. Twist will have the AWP and have to wait for his teammates to rotate in. 3-on-3 post-plant. Vitality in the driving seat once again. They've got smokes and Molotovs to work with here.
Very promising after plant. Twist. He could very well catch RPK here because he's clearing so carefully. The plan is that Shox is going to get the trade. There will be a stagger though. Yeah, he can get that. And now even find a chance into the second. Shox, he'll punish. And Lekro closing in. He has a smoke and a kit. It is on Lekro, and he's gone down. All onto Rez. He can't deal with Masuta. And Vitality, they defend the bomb site with 2 hearts still beating.
Another scrappy finish there, but Vitality looking quite commanding towards the end of it. Shox continues that strong form, takes his total up to 12-3. The B finish there, it was all made possible by this little play. You can see Plopski watching this smoke like a hawk, didn't anticipate that particular boost to come through, and neither did I, to be honest. It was a beautiful angle. Couldn't have been any better for Apex, and it's going to send NIP down to another partial buy. Not even that, I'd call this an eco. Plopski with the Zeus. They've barely got any smokes there, so yeah, certainly an eco, and this is a big round. Looking for 7 on the T side. Vitality not really up against much as Zywoo brings out the AWP for the first time.
Yeah, looking very good.
This could be, what are we looking at? 8-1 if they didn't lose to the Pistols in the earlier rounds. So Vitality are clearly the stronger team at this point. They've changed the pace. Their individuals hitting some massive shots. Plopski seeing if he can give us anything to get excited about.
From that angle, with a Zeus, he's surely having to strafe down and...
Yeah, I think he might drop in when the flashes come over.
Jump on their head.
Element of surprise here. That's if he gets the chance.
I don't think he does. Oh, he did get the chance, but unfortunately, just a little shy of the mark. But that was the frag they were looking for. You can see, just like that, the site's lost, and the bomb is planted.
We can see the chickens on the floor. Take them out. Get rid of them.
There was a quiz at some point in my life where I was asked how many plant pots there are around Inferno.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know the
Like
answer.
breakable
believe it or
ones?
not. Yeah, the ones you can shoot.
Okay.
But I have, since that question, made it a part of my game to, when I'm in an Inferno game, run around and shoot them. I've never got all of them, but I did get close, like towards the 18, 19 pots region. There's a surprising amount of shootable plant pots.
Do you remember how many there are?
I don't remember the specifics. I
Right,
remember
let's
that one
count.
can't be destroyed from the angle the T's are coming from. That's a fun little
That doesn't
tidbit.
count.
You're
Can't
like a
break
plant
those.
pot expert, aren't you? I didn't know you had all
Yeah,
this
I've been
information.
studying, and if
There's
you
one.
knife them, they change color.
Oh.
There you go. That's
Wow,
a fun
you've
one.
really
You
been
knife
doing
a
your
pink
homework.
flower, it becomes a purple flower.
Look at Rush go. You observed 3 pot plants.
Thank you, Rushley.
Let's watch the grass grow, Rush. Can you find us some grass?
I don't know if you could. Let's see this again from Plopsky. Does he get the crosshair on him? It looks pretty close to
I
me.
went to the left of his knee, I think,
Yeah.
just slightly.
There
That
we
jumping
go.
inaccuracy. He's found some grass.
Let's
More
see
of a
if it
shrubbery
grows.
than I've liked, but it's okay. That was my favorite job growing up. I got to burn the weeds in the gaps of my my grand's. What do you call it when it's like stone slabs?
I
feel like I asked this question
It's not grout,
yesterday.
but it's similar.
It's not like a balcony, obviously. It's
Oh, they're just the gaps.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Weed burning was a lot of fun back in the day. Round 11.
You're still up to it these days, aren't you?
I don't know. I don't have a garden, Henry. I'm not a big fan.
It's a good point. You don't.
Bit of a green thumb. I know you are. Big jump from Nork, actually getting a bit more information than he bargained for. He spotted perhaps the bomb. It was just down there on T-ramp loose. Chances are it showed up on the radar for the Ninjas, so they'll be able to keep this passive stance for now.
So Molotov deployed towards the arch side. Zywo did hear the sound cue of the burnt toes of Twist. He'll fall back, drop a smoke on top of it. And there's a minute remaining. The bomb's still down at T-spawn. Not really much in terms of ground covered for Vitality. So where are they going to finish up here? They'll go for a late banana take. They actually had no one in there for a second there. Nork will fall back with Plopsky. I'd assume a boost will be coming in momentarily, considering they're both in towards spawn, and indeed that will go up. So Nork with the MP9, Plopsky just to bait him in there. So a player beneath you can be very advantageous with that boost, but he'll actually move in towards ruins. As I mentioned, Twist is renowned at being very high skill at the open towards quad. Not many players will focus his area. See Voxic and Twist do it the most, and he does hit the shot, but doesn't get the kill. First will be found by Apex. That's towards Arch.
He's boosted up. He's let them in. Nork, what are you waiting for? It was a flashbang. We got to see just the tail end of it. And as his vision was restored, he does catch Apex. So the trade frag's there, but he's not ready for Zywo. Wow,
While blind.
through the flash, he manages to find the frag.
I don't think Zywo was ready for Zywo right there. And that will be the round. They have to save. They've already run away here. That's 8 on the board for Vitality. They've now doubled the amount of rounds they had when these guys met back in April. And this is looking great for Vitality now. There's another pot plant. So what have we seen? 4 Rush?
I think that's about 4.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really counting, but you're keeping us honest over here.
Is it one of... Oh,
2.
isn't that nice? Little bucket as well, in case they get a bit dry.
What's that actually called, Rush?
What, this?
Yeah.
A bucket?
It's a watering can.
Buckets. What are you
Actually, what do
talking
you
about?
call
That's a
them?
watering
watering
can.
can.
Yeah.
A watering bucket?
Yeah.
bucket.
Similar.
Why are we sticking with the bucket?
Well,
Hey, Chad,
see-
check this out.
Yeah.
Go on, shoot it.
They're so
dare
close to it.
Just
Go
give it
on.
one.
Just one.
Not one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Shoot.
Shoot, I dare you.
Well, we'll get into what sounds to be a tactical timeout. It's going to be a very successful round once again for Vitality. This is the blind kill from Zywo. You can see not really much this man can do wrong on the server of Counter-Strike. We are going to see them winning the half of this stage. It's only the first time out for an LP as well. So they will have money, but not really finding many frags at all. No one at double digits, and we're heading into round number 13. We'll see the frags here. Shox at the very top with 12, and he's also up there with the ADR as well. Nork, one of the stars of the squad, down at 41. Still early days, but the CT side on the third map. You'd expect a bit more from an IP here. Round 12. Zywo with the Tech9 Orb combo. And it's a full buy for an IP, but the FAMAS for Plopsky. So a couple of compromises, like not an amazing amount of utility. And we've got 3 towards B here. Plopsky lead the charge, deep smoke. And the grenades will be thrown down, trying to deny access for Vitality.
Good damage onto Zywo. Look at Plopsky's angle. He's so ready to take that fight, but RPK was ready, and both of them, their aggressive partnership, Twist and Plopsky, has just been dismantled. It puts Norg into such an awkward circumstance. What can you do now? They could just execute B. He just has to sit there and wait and occasionally say yes.
Yeah, look, in this situation, if you get 2 kills towards the B site, you're not getting pushed elsewhere. You have control of the map, you have all the utility. You can just do exactly this. This can be a double pump. You can tell by the response of grenades. You can hear smoke's gone, flash is gone.
The fact they had to extinguish that Molotov there, they could certainly feel it was going to be. So Vitality trying to exploit that fact, trying to pull them around the map here. Another smoke towards spawn. This is looking very good. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's very convincing. So you've gone for that double pump and it's still a fake. They're convinced it's a B-side attack. It'll be a gamble regardless. So even if it goes towards A, they won't be going for this round. And they will accept that now. They'll hear the smoke's going down the other side. They'll be like, well, we're done for. Might as well hold on to what we have.
Apex's in-game leading is starting to settle in. Now you can see the decisive nature in certain situations to snowball and go aggressive for kills. They go back into pack rolling. There doesn't feel like there's too much lurking going on, nothing crazy. They get a little bit ahead of themselves with some of these hunts. We could go back to Overpass and ask a few questions there. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking the fact that they are warming up to this. They didn't just stop and change in-game leader and try something new. They're actually sticking with it. They're trying to approach this new style. And they're making it work against NIP, who have impressed me time and time again throughout the road to Rio.
That wallbang from Zywoo got Norg straight through the box. Rez has done well to hold onto his rifle for now. Bomb's about to pop.
See what I mean? Look at the money on Vitality's side, and they've gone for this type of a chase. It's great. They can take away all the weapons. They can see if they can remove the last M4, and they will. Whereas Overpass, they were chasing, and they didn't have a bank like this built on up. This is what it wants to. This is what you want it to look like.
They'd be 4-on-2s, and it'd end up with 2-on-1s against them after winning the round, right? And that's when they had no money at all. So that was difficult to watch, but as Chad just said, this is making a lot of sense. And there's a cheeky little Negev.
Excuse me?
You haven't seen one of those in years.
Let's do it.
A lot of people on the MM servers have been telling me this gun is legit. You just don't know it. I've been having many arguments with them. Maybe I'll be proven wrong here.
Oh, wow. It's been a while since I saw one of these. Is he going to do the wallbang into apps? Imagine that. They just sprays him through the door. I'd have loved it. There is even someone there, but no. Instead, he'll be holding the apartments with it.
Can we just watch Rez the entire round?
I think so. I think we welcome to the Rez stream. This is twitch.tv/ESL_CSGO, otherwise known as just the Rez broadcast for this round of 1 minute and 23 seconds of a man staring at a door with an LMG. Okay, I'm kind of.
Maybe I've
kind of given up on this project.
Sorry, Rush, I did bait you into that. What do you call that? Caster baited?
Yeah, you could call it that, I suppose. We can think about that. Zywoo, however, has taken down Twist. That's the B defense completely open for business, but they're coming back towards
He's going to get a
domain.
He's got
Oh, easy frag for the Negev. Rez finds one in the apartments. He does feel the pressure, but he's going to be able to reposition himself onto the balcony. At least he's got a lot of bullets, and they find Zywoo. And Electro can mop it up. It actually works. The hero Negev.
That's so insane. Okay, it actually is the perfect storm there. It's so confusing and so questionable as to why it's on the field in the first place. He gets a kill. It's spraying off a wild amount of bullets. If you're not aware, the Negev has to be warmed up in 2 seconds before he even gets a straight burst. So you have to warm it up. That's why he started preemptively firing through the smoke. He actually hit one of the bullets as well, allowing Lacro to convert and find a much-needed round there. It's the Negev that saves the day. I hate to say it,
I can't believe you said that. I didn't think we'd ever see the day.
No, it's actually happened, and this could be where NIP close out these last 2 rounds. The opening pick comes in, the double orb setup is out.
He's burning. Oh, has to pull out a smoke. There was no other option, no other avenue of escape. Forcing utility, early frag, perhaps that clutch. The 2v2 with Negev and a Deagle is going to be enough to incite a bit of a turnaround for the NIP defense in these last few rounds.
Might be player of the match.
Could be. Smokes off, exchanged. And he expects them to disrespect his smoke, and that's what the nade was designed for, punishing, and very much so. RPK down to 43. He will still find Rez, though. Wall banged. Zywoo, that's a big frag to find, and now he can even open up another. He eats the flashbang. Will be forced back in. I don't know. There's no clear winner here. It's just a brawl. It's just deathmatch. Everyone's shooting at pixels.
Well, it goes down to the 2-on-2 now, but a lot of damage inflicted on either side. Plopsky down to 7. Zywu takes damage. He drops down for the balcony as well. So still not clear who will be taking this one. In terms of the kits, not available right now for the CT side. All for Zywu. Apex on the AK-47.
Oh, they kind of managed to get into the site, and Norks managed to trade. He knows Zywu was around the pit. He's got time to mess around with the angles a little bit. There is a kit on site. Oh, and he gets the fight. Zywu shuts him down all right. 10-4. Vitality find double digits.
And even after winning with the Negev and the pistols, the money is still broken for the final round of the first half here of our third map. We got to have Max 7s, MP9s. Still the AWP for Twist. Fair play. And Rez with 2,300. Probably more of the same. The MP9, a Deagle. Something along that vein. I'll go for the UMP instead. And how much does that cost, Alex?
Which one's that?
The UMP.
The UMP is 1,450, Henry. I've been listening. 1,400, obviously.
There you go.
I really need to buy the UMP more, apparently.
It's a good gun.
It is. I've never been good with it, but I respect it. I never buy it. I'm an MP9 man myself.
Mag 7's not too shabby now for a measly 1,300. Where do they go with this one? Chance for Twist. And he does wait it out. There was no flashbang for that swing on Shox. And he could even find more here. They're just walking in dry. Zywo's covering, but he's been caught. A third as he bolts, gets traded. Masuta and RPK filling the feed to equalize. 3v3.
Big frags. That's the heavy artillery removed. Damage inflicted towards Apex, but still a 3-on-3. Final round of this first half. Necro. Mag 7, Reds with the UMP, and Plopsky with an MP9. They are pretty aggressive, yeah, as you would expect with this sort of setup. Will it work out for them though? Rez trying to find anything he can here, but Border spotted and taken down, shot in the back of the head. And Lecro with the Mag 7 in the back of the pit here. It all come down to Vitality not checking it.
It doesn't look like they're going to check it. Doesn't look like they're even going to think about it.
And now he can get one. Oh, good damage if he dunks him.
He actually kills him, I think.
He certainly could have, but RPK will cower. Lecro delaying if Masuta goes down finally with 25 seconds left, but Plopsky does enough. It's a 10-5 half. They make it work in the end. The hero double kill from Twist. We'll be right back.
Left in my head, my mind's not mine and it won't forget. But you bring me back from my darkness black as the soul in me and the heart I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Bring me to life. Oh, you bring me to life. Now you bring, oh you bring, oh you bring me to life. Bring me to life. No.
Hands down to my side, tied to run on a faulty line. I'm safe only, even though we burn from the light I bleed. Does she bring me back? Not a heart attack could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me
Back into the action with the second pistol round of the third map of the second series of whatever the hell day it is. The road to Rio continuing. We're in the lower bracket. Loser does get eliminated. And the winner will continue to battle on in the lower bracket. Does seem like GG.bet have got Vitality pipped as the favorite in this one. ZywOo will miss his first battle. No X-ray for this pistol, so you're in the dark as much as the players are.
So it will be an A focus here from the likes of NIP. They've got one smoke, a flashbang available, and Shock's just repositioning there towards the library. But that's where the smoke is landing, so we won't have much vision. He'll still be able to enter towards the A site. You can see it's quite a shallow smoke. Lekro confirms that Arch is clear, and I think actually comes through the smoke there. That's going to be Lekro down to 13.
Yeah, and now one's crossed. Shox has that information. He's expecting a second, and they find them.
Oh.
My God, every single player is dying to ZywOo. He gets himself a quick double. Shox has done the same. It leaves Nork with it all to do, and a great first shot. Bomb retrieved and a USP upgrade. Maybe there's still something to be said about this one.
Well, time will tell. The bomb's certainly going to be planted, and that means Masuta and Apex have got their approach chosen. That's going to be both of them swinging around and denying any possible reposition there. Lovely shot. Good effort, though, to get the bomb planted. Means they can buy up in the next round, and they probably will, considering the scoreline here. So expect Galils and maybe an AK or two. But time will tell. You can buy up in the third. It just means you guarantee a round for Vitality. It'll be 12-5. So there's the AK. Suggests they are going for it. Scout for Plopsky. We'll drop that over towards Lekro, who seems to be very happy to use a scout these days. 3 AK-47s and a scout. A Desert Eagle. It's almost a full buy.
It's practically there.
But 2 smokes, 3 flashes. That's a lot to work with here. Very difficult round for Vitality to fend off.
So let's see what they've got in store for us. That scout's not going to get the frag it was hoping for. No early aggressions.
You have to be very patient in a round like this if you are NIP, because you can see how far back they're sitting on those T stairs. You want to avoid exactly that, those grenades. If you're postured a bit more forward, like we see on traditional gun rounds, not so much of an issue. You have your own nades to throw back. You've got head armor on all your players. Those problems go out the window. But now on one of these upgrade rounds, you want to hold on to these AK-47s. You want to make sure they can be as potent as possible. And to do that, you need to equal the playing field. So waiting out the utility, or at least baiting it out, has to be one of the first steps, and they've done a good job of that. We can see with a minute left on the clock, Vitality only have a handful of flashes remaining here, so it's just come down to hitting the shots.
We'll see if it works out for them towards B. They decide to go. It's the AK's lead the charge, the scout following them up, and we've got a bit of an MP9 situation here. Flash trying to go over. Very effective one, but overcommits for that second kill. Only going to have the equal trade for now, but the MP9 does find the first. 4 and 4. Only a flashbang remaining now on the T side. NIP will have to contact play in towards the side of the map, and I feel like Apex is going to get dropped. The MP7 doesn't take him down, though. A lot of damage inflicted, but a 4 versus 3, and they will still commit towards the B side of the map. Lekro, he can't believe it. He should still get that kill.
Apex is still doing damage. He finally goes down. What a nuisance he was. He actually lands the dink into Lekro. The flash is there, but the boosted player will manage to get himself another one. My God, equal trades. 15 seconds. Lekro with no health. ZywOo's rotating in. He wants the one tap. He doesn't want the plan. He wants the frag, but ZywOo, he deals with it, and it secures the 12 for Vitality.
That was a nice idea from Lekro. I didn't mind that at all. 15 seconds remaining, you would assume he's on the side, planting the bomb at that moment he swing around, but ZywOo just had to land one bullet. He obviously reacts in time. Lekro had to work so hard for these kills, manages to get 2. AK-47 you'd think was enough, but ZywOo one step ahead of him. 12-5, and they are going to buy again, Chad. I guess because it came down to the 1 versus 1. Got to see what they can do here, but this pretty much will decide the game if they lose this round.
Yeah, I think, you know, after these overtime games that we've seen from them yesterday and today, it's difficult for this young squad to hold on, and with the lack of the coach, a threat here, well, their safety net, it's gone. Some of the experience now of Lekro, Twist, and Rez to hold them through, but Vitality, they're looking strong here, and they want to continue pushing forward. Lots of damage done with these grenades. The SMGs can take Plopsky any minute.
Yeah, it just feels like a matter of time. They completely neglected to worry about logs. He caught a nade. He's only got 17 health, but now NIP spring to action. That double push from the French is going to cost them the round, just like that.
Well, there we have it.
Wow.
NIP back into it. That was a risky force buy for reasons we just stated, but Plopsky, he manages to find both the kills required over towards B. The round's already over. It's now whether Nork and Co can upgrade some of their weapons. RPK, are we disallowing that for the start? And the money's actually relatively low. So this could be a chance for NIP to take this game a little bit deeper. We'll see the AK MP7 saved over Lekro just a deagle, so he can certainly go hunting.
I don't really see a world where ZywOo doesn't kill Zekro in this exchange, but if he was to just sweep this corner, he's very good with the deagle. Oh, sees enough. So did ZywOo. He'll take the deagle delivery and accept that AK into the next. Plopsky bringing over his as well. Let's see that from his POV, because they did just line up for him. This was the entire B defense, and then they just knife out. They can't believe it. Double kill, knife out, you're only on deagles, and the site's yours. It's a strange turn of events, but it does put NIP back into contention for Inferno, and it will immediately put Vitality back on notice. They'll call the timeout. They want to keep themselves under check. With the money that they're currently operating with, I don't really know where they go with this, Chad. You've got Apex picking up an MP9.
Yeah, I say they should probably buy into this one right here, just because you have 3 individuals with saved weaponry. You also had ZywOo, who scavenged a deagle right there, so if they wanted to, or he could have dropped that across, and they wouldn't have needed to invest with those MP9s, but it's all good. They make it work. There's armor on every single individual. There's a defuse kit out to play on RPK. There's enough grenades. If they can steal this one back, then it should just be, well, a tug of war with NIP until they concede on the force buys themselves. But what on earth? It's a five-man
stack towards B.
I love it. It's audacious. It's reminding me of, you know, an in-game leader back in 1.6 days called Moon from Alternate Attacks. He did a lot of gamble stack calling. That's really going back to the years.
That is. Rolling the clock right back. Good grenades on the CT side. They will go back into a more traditional setup, but no one's still on the A site. A boost of first oranges. 3 players still here. Free fire from Rez. Currently sits at 9 and 12. So 1 minute 20 remaining. They'll go back into more familiar territory. Just going to be exploring the office towards middle. 3 fires from Rez. Very close to Shox's head there.
Seems like they still want to go B, so smoking this might not be the greatest idea here from Vitality. If you want to lure them into your stack, you need to entice them with something. That smoke is going to hold them at the door for another 15 seconds. Unless they want to pounce on through this. They could do it. They have the nades for it.
Smoking coffins and spawn. Pretty standard stuff, but there's going to be a lot of players on this side of the map. Molotov's decent. MP9 will only be good for the first, and Shoxy needs to find multiple kills in. Masuta, Shox, and RPK will drop the bomb down. 30 seconds remaining. Nork on the other side. He's already got a kill. They know exactly where he is. And with 48 HP, all he can really do is smoke spawn and hope for the best. The Incendiary will slow him down for a good 5 seconds, so that's a smoke already dealt with. Gives up the fact he's coming from Banana. Incendiary down again. We'll just have to grab the bomb and hope for the best here, but he's going to burn before he even gets a chance to. And there it is, 13-6. They answer back with a force buy of their own, saving 2 AK-47s. And we'll see around $3,000 per player on NIP side. I think they have to force again.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah. So that defense on B, they stacked initially, but it still comes B in the end. NIP just run into the meat grinder. If the trades were equal, they were for the first couple. Just MP9s from Masuta and co. It just worked out wonderfully.
Doing a gamble stack, well, it's not a gamble stack again. This is pretty common to see 3 CTs towards the top of Banana just to lock it on down early. Grenades will be exchanged. They've been smoked on off, so they shouldn't be pushing on through that, and that'll allow enough time for the rotation to come on in, but ZywOo needs to be careful. Nork was very close to taking him down there. But this is still on a knife's edge. If NIP are able to pick up a round and then convert a following, they can break the money of Vitality and they're able to get back into this game. So we're not done and dusted just yet. Vitality, they're still in the deep end of this.
Flashbang towards middle, and 3 players of NIP to commit towards the arch side. There is the Orpa ZywOo to contend with, and he's likely going to get this first kill. It's a nice shot. Twist will be removed. Barely takes any damage for it, and Plopsky will have to pick up the AK-47. 3 AKs, 1 deagle, a couple of smokes. And that's about it. ZywOo looks to reposition back in towards middle. Might have another kill here. And he has been spotted. And the instant trade, it's probably a kill for Plopsky here. And indeed, he'll convert.
Masuta, lot of trouble. RPK gets caught by Rez's Mac 10. And now look at Plopsky. He's taken up so much ground. He's going to start putting pressure on Shox. He's got to deal with Plopsky. He has to deal with him now, and he has. Quickly traded. Nork dropping off the balcony. Another duel.
Nice shot.
And another dead Frenchman.
So Masuta to go clutch here. We'll segregate the 2 by dropping the Incendiary out. Nork, though, handles it well, gets 3 kills in the round, and NIP will keep their head above water for now. Money absolutely broken for Vitality. Going to need a couple of eco here potentially, as in terms of loss bonus, they're at the bottom of the barrel. So here's the replay from Nork, managing to keep NIP in this series. I'll go the full distance. The first 2 maps went to overtime, bear in mind, both of them. Mirage and Overpass. We'll see now Inferno potentially go in the same direction with this eco.
Wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, it would not surprise me. NIP, they have a very solid understanding of how to approach these T sides. I said before when we were doing the pre-match for the Inferno that their CT sides, they don't always play for information. You know, they don't have full banana control. They don't necessarily have full top mid control. And their CT side was weak. 3 of the 4 rounds that they posted on the CT side, or I think it was 5, was with low buys, right? It was low buy situations that was getting them rounds on the board. They have a lot of work to do here.
They do. Smoke middle. And a big gap. Won't be enough for the Res to walk up the wall. He'll still be grey screened if he was to advance on it, so he respects it all the same. NIP stationary, the same for Vitality. They want to have a look. This is what NIP were waiting for. Just as the smoke fades, they try and duel it out, but it does seem like it's only going to be damage, nothing permanent.
Yeah, nothing too exciting going down this round. A couple of injured players on the NIP ranks, but that's about it. We'll see if Shox can convert any of them. Rez will make light work of him, and that should be it. Just one player to find, and found. There it is. Clean sweep for NIP. Don't give up a single player, as we'll see. The money's still low. That was the eco for Vitality. Doesn't really do a whole lot for them. They get $1,900, and they'll get $2,400 into the next, so another eco. Same sort of scene, to be honest with you. Can't really justify much more than PT50s.
Yeah, this will be a little bit deadlier, but not much. And the thing is, if they want to prioritize that AWP for ZywOo's hands, he should have enough money going into the next, but it would be better if someone with a surplus, like Shox, 4,300, just went down to 4,150.
He'll be tempted to go for the double AWP setup, though.
You think so?
At the book end of the game to close it out. I've seen him use it back in the G2 roster. He was very keen for a CT side double AWP. I'm not certain he'll come for this game, but I've got a feeling. He'll bring it out. Maybe it'll be the correct decision. Maybe it'll be what closes things down for them. Or they could do it with the pistols, potentially. First kill is found by Apex, but a couple more in response from NIP. Things start to calm down once again.
And that's the benefit of sending someone so far ahead of the pack, is if there is an element of surprise. If you don't perfectly check your corners, it's not the end of the world. They lose the MAC-10, but all their rifles left standing, and with the information that was found, yeah, Shock's not going to find anything. RPK is rotating in from Banana. Bomb will be planted, Twist to hold, and it looks like if he was to pull the trigger now, we've got ourselves 9. NIP doing it with style up against the responsible buy from Vitality, but now it's time for the weapons to come back out. It's time for the round to go a little longer. See what they choose to purchase.
Still, both teams have plenty of timeouts left, 3 apiece. So we can start to see these coming on through as the game will come to its logical conclusion, or a conclusion of some variety.
Yeah, no one really knows which way it will go at this stage. I honestly think NIP are starting to find a bit of footing now. That's 3 rounds in a row for them, albeit 2 of them were eco, to be fair. Vitality still at a commanding position as they look to get aggressive this time towards Banana. The AWP on the corner. Lovely shot from ZywOo. You don't expect him to miss many of these, and he's going to nail the second as well. Will they anticipate in the third? Apparently not. This is looking very good for Vitality now. 2 players remain for NIP. That's Nork and Twist, and ZywOo is still happy to hunt for this kill. The incendiary goes down. They stack them as well. And it means Twist won't be able to do anything about this. Flashbang will allow ZywOo to fall back.
Wow, all 3. Great work from ZywOo. You can see how effective he is at dealing with the anti-flash. Nork, he's got a little bit of room for Twist and himself. There's only 1 player on the A site. And that's all onto RPK. Spot him. Trying to get the trade, but a missed AWP shot does leave him now recovering with the AK. Pushing in, we'll find the first. Apex close up. Twist, he's got to deal with this now, but switching. An Apex great push. Wasn't anticipated by his opponent there, and now that's 14. Let's watch it again from ZywOo, because the first, great. This anti-flash looks great. Look at that, so quick. Tucks in behind the sandbags, forces Plopsky into a wider line, and Mitsuta enough of a distraction to get the third onto Lekro.
Yeah, big round from ZywOo. 14-9, still a strong buy available for an IP. Not so much for Vitality to give this one up. They're actually operating with an MP9 for Shox here. So no double AWP spotted.
Lekro doesn't have a gun?
That surely can't be right. He's just realized
It's too late now to buy one, mate. I'm sorry.
He's really, he can't. You're right. Unless there's one down from him, he forgot it.
Nope.
Won't be buying anything. Glock only. One of his teammates goes down, not the end of the world, I guess.
I've been there. I've been an in-game leader because you're calling the drops for your teammates. You're like, yep, okay, you drop you, yep, I'll drop you, and then you forget to buy yourself, and now you look a bit like a tit. So unfortunately for Lekro here...
That's such a crucial moment of an elimination game on the road to the major. Not a fun place for those mistakes to be happening.
There's still something to be said about the rounds. As I said, if they get a trade, opening kill just can't be him. They can make it work.
Or they're going to use him just as a Glock at the front. Yeah, he strafes out first. A smoke to keep his teammates safe. Shox will be hiding in that, and RPK revealing his location as well. Charging into A, and the opening kill has been found. It's a big scalp to take. ZywOo down, flashing in.
Lekro desperately trying to get that rifle if possible. Doesn't jump on it, so they are going to be saving here. Vitality just give it up, just one kill.
Lekro, he's going to be licking his lips. Look at all the extra money he's got in the bank account. Didn't have to do anything at all.
Little gun available there as well. He's being very patient about it. Here we go.
Really, really didn't want to go down. They want the spotless round. They've got a lot of rounds to work for.
He just saves a load of money. He's got tons of it now. And they've got an orb for free.
Lekro, the tactical mastermind. He knew exactly how that one was going to go down.
Yeah, he just went back to spawn to prove it to us.
Well, that's part of the script, Alex. We can't sell this to people around the world if there's not some fun little action like that going down.
Good save. All of them will survive. So that's 5 members of the NIP squad coming into that, and 5 members leaving. 1 kill. Yeah, no wonder that's the impact player. It's the only one to actually find anything. 1 frag onto ZywOo, and you got yourself 10. Double digit. This is where we start suggesting just how realistic of a comeback it is for NIP, but we've already started doing that. That's just testament to what they're capable of and what we've seen so far across this series. It started, if you can imagine, on Mirage. I wonder how many of you are still with us. Let us know on Twitter if you were with us from the very start.
It's been a marathon of a series. Both maps kicking things off of overtime. Double overtime in the first. We'll see Vitality now looking to close things out, but honestly, there is a world where this goes overtime again. I don't think I've ever casted a series where all 3 maps have gone overtime, so this will be a first.
This is highly likely as well. We've
got something brewing here.
At least the distance.
And you could say to your friends that you were here on stream when it happened. This historic moment, potentially.
Ninjas in overtime. Much more common than the Pyjamas. Got a long way to get there, though. They need 5 of the 6 rounds left in this half.
Nox heard them close, so he knows that there was at least 2 individuals up close and personal to mid on either side. Both smokes have come on in. They will dissipate. NIP are postured with 4 and Banana. The rotation's coming on through. There will be a 3-man stack, so this will be a brawl on the B-bomb site.
It is. They're ahead of the smokes. Plopsky trying to draw the fire, and it works well. They don't trade onto Masuta, though. Rez is taking a lot of damage in the meantime. Apex will go down, but they're not in a hurry. They've yet to swing into the site. They only sent 1. Now Nork onto RPK. They're changing their plan. He's actually got the frag on A, and it seems like all of a sudden, ZywOo's realizing he's about to get a lot of a test.
Oh, he really is. He's in towards the pit, but he has got the old Neon Rider in hand here. It's going to be Shox to open things up. The MP9, not the best weapon to do so, but ZywOo, he can make this work. He needs 2 kills, though. Shox will help him out here, looking for a series point. They have to do a bit more work, though. 2-on-2. Lekro will survive with 2 kills to his name. He's towards quad. And there are kits available, but just 1 flashbang. They'll be thrown to open things up here in the 2-on-2. Lekro, they're doing so much work, and he's fumbled the movement. Twist was just trying to stay alive there. And now the bomb can just be defused. If he gives up his position, Lekro, they can just tap the bomb and it's done. But he comes from Arch. He might have done enough here. 1 versus 1. Masuta, the young gun, goes to the fake defuse, and Lekro not biting on it whatsoever. He's confirmed the round at this stage. He's just waiting for it to be confirmed. And here we go.
Oh, no, Masuta might have it. He might have it.
He's got it. 15. I can't believe it. Lekro, he forgot where he planted that plant spot. Though it is safe, it's very vulnerable to a ninja. 4 kills, he did everything. He's the impact player, but it's not enough for the round. I thought that was the start of the end for Vitality, but it seems like it could be enough for match and series point. Let's see that again. Nort gets the pick. Shox catching Twist in transition. That was an odd death. I loved the first kill clean. Realizing his mistake, though, about now as the defuse comes in.
mistakes were made. Such a fantastic procedure as well to even get it down to the 1 versus 1. It looked like he'd done everything, but now just 1 round away from defeat and being knocked out of the tournament. Ninjas and Pyjamas receive a grenade here. Round number 26, where it could all come crashing down as they'll get some control of the banana area. Plopsky at the top, still with 100 HP. And they'll explore their options towards the apartments as well. Money so low on the CT side. If they can win one of these rounds, they might be able to find all 5. That would just be for overtime here, but very well versed in Inferno.
Yeah, they're certainly not out of the woods, Vitality, but just within arm's reach of the next stage of this lower bracket run.
So with 1 minute remaining, still with 3 smokes, 4 flashes, a couple of Molotovs. Zywoo hunting towards quad this time. Who will strike first? Who will you find in that first pick? A chance there, but nice movement from an IP. Baits out the kill. And we'll see a flash from RPK here, so it's down to the crossfires. They've got full mid control on the T side. RPK trying to make this one work with the hay bales, and Zywoo spotted. Just trying to get one before he's dropped now.
Yeah, I don't know how he's going to get out of that situation, especially like that. The A site's open for business. This is a round just like that. NIP, 2 quick kills. And Apex is scarpering away to keep hold of his weaponry.
Well, there we have it. Another round for NIP, and you can see they can't justify even considering this retake. The money is so low for them. They don't find a single kill, nor can Rez manage to make it work there. It was looking like a promising setup potentially there, but Zywoo had to get at least one of the kills there. Bait and switch to really come into fruition. And Nork, he fancies a hunt now. They're feeling like they have a bit of an advantage, so we'll see them start to apply pressure towards B. You can see them entering from Banana as well. The flashbang deployed, allowing Twist to swing through. If he just gets a couple, even one, that would be worth it. There it is. The kill comes in. It's going to make buying going forward now almost impossible. They're going to have $1,900 in terms of loss bonus here. The wall bang. Not going to find a kill. Very close to doing so, but 15-11. Now 4 acquired on the NIP side. And that 1 frag they found might be enough to force out an eco. We will see. Bottom of the barrel once again for Vitality. They'll call another tactical timeout as we get into the latter stages now of this long old series, boys.
That one death from Masuta, you're right though. With 3 rifles, it's very easy to nonchalantly say, okay, Deagle armor around it. That makes a lot of sense.
The magic number.
But as soon as you take that 3rd rifle away, you can see what it's done. Can you defend the sites comfortably with 2 rifles and pistols?
They should force, right? If I'm honest right here with the scoreline at 15-11, they should force behind these rifles, because if they don't, it's almost like those saved rifles are in vain. And the reason I say that is they are much more susceptible, and then if you lose the other bomb site, they'll have to save again. So the option here should be to force, or at least go for some form of a partial investment, and that looks to be the case with Zywoo upgrading to the Deagle. You've got Masuto buying in with a H-E. It's not going to be great, but it's still enough that if they hit some big shots, they can steal this one away and close it out. But if they don't win here, it will be another save in the next with only $1,900 loss. It's going to come right down to the wire, boys, and I don't want to say it, but I think we're probably going to overtime again.
Well, we would like to see that just for the record being broken there, the world first. So Deagles and those saved M4s for Vitality here. It's round 27. NIP they can taste victory now. They know this is possible. It all starts at this point, though. This is not a lock-in round. With 2 M4s out on the pitch, you never know. Shox will be bringing out the balcony position just towards the quad side, but full banana control granted towards Plopsky. Zywoo, a chance of a kill, but surely taken down.
Yeah, he took a good chance. Didn't quite convert. And the flash so good that it knocks Shox off his perch. And RPK burning, they have the sound cue, they know he's hiding. And he'll get wallbang no less. Twist knew it, so convicted. He manages to get the kill. Shox, however, needs another. A lot of heads about to appear, and he does manage to take another kick in and screaming. Apex from the flank. A 2 versus 2 indeed, and with the bomb being planted now, the Ninjas have a lot to deal with. One coming in from the apartments. That's Apex. He's already done a lot of the damage. If Masuta can just draw their attention, it's so obvious though. It's just as I start saying he could try and bait the shots. Twist is going to be staring exactly at this position. It's going to be a hard one to hit. He hits the dink. Perhaps softened up for Masuta. Unfortunately, he will not. And so Plopsky finding the headshot puts NIP on the 12th. They've got 14 grand to splash around on Lekro. Looks like they're set for the rest.
Yeah, and the money's still broken. Vitality, they can't decide if they're taking half buys or not. And the loss bonus still not forgiving. That's only $1,900 coming through. So $2,400 in the next has to be another full eco here. Like Shox can get a deagle. That's about it in terms of excitement for you. They don't invest a single dollar. It's going to come 15-13, guaranteed now.
And that means it'll be 2,900 if they lose trying to defend, or not even trying to defend, when we're getting down to round 29. And if they lose that going into round 30, they'll only have the 3,400 max loss bonus to deal with. So there might be a bunch more saves coming through from Vitality when we get into the next gun round and they make the wrong call or they can't land the shots. NIP, I can't believe they're battling back into this. These youngsters, they're not giving up.
They've been on the edge of elimination now for, what, 3 rounds? And they continue into the 4th. Vitality, nothing. Not a single penny spent.
Well, the 5-man B stack will come in from Vitality. If they had a flash or a smoke, you might be able to get excited about it, but no real reason to throw anyone in towards B. They haven't got a Mac 10 here. Just going to be walking up towards middle, and that's completely open. So this round coming to a head. Smoke down towards Arch. Just waiting for them to confirm the A side's clear.
Still thorough. Got to
Very
give them
thorough.
the props for that.
And it's good stuff, right? We want teams to be built on a fundamental base, exactly like what NIP have done since threats come on into the roster, or even before that. And other positive things to add to this team is these youngsters like Nork and Plopsky, they've been put into the roster knowing how good they are as individuals, how earth-shattering they can be once they're on form, but they were pushed into playing a structured style, and now that you can see they understand that structure, they can show their flair within it. Damage done downrange, and the two I was just talking about, Nork and Plopsky, while we were just on board with them, trying to do some damage. It's a good nade from Nork. He'll finish off ZywOo, and it's just Apex remaining. So this one, it's over. The bomb will detonate if they don't take him down first, and, well, it will be the latter. This is where we're really at the business end, boys. This here, do or die, because overtime, NIP win this. Surely we're going there.
Yeah, after all of that mulling over of the potential for overtime, it seems like NIP, in the meantime, have just been picking up the rounds.
Yes, absolutely. Now just a couple separate them. 15-13. That's 3 in a row for the Ninjas. A buy available, all for ZywOo. No one really dropping off in the fragging department. A very closely contested game, this one. Just trying to find one more round. It's the boost of ZywOo. A quick shot. Now we'll remove Twist. Lovely work there. 5-on-4. Is this where it ends?
He's already peeking the Apps player. Oh, he's spotted and eliminated. Nork punishing the greed.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Opening their apps can be very difficult if they come from the boiler side. 4-on-4. ZywOo had to work so hard for that initial kill, but it's all in vain now. Actually, the advantage towards NIP in a 4-on-4 on Inferno. 2 players towards quad. Shocked. Joined by RPK.
Perfect flash. And he's caught in transition. Vitality, they're letting this one slip away. RPK taking matters into his own hands. He's got 2, only the 1. Plopsky, that was his opportunity, and he seized it. Now the site is theirs, and so is the round. We are on our way, folks, to another overtime. We had it on the first, we had it on the second, and it seems that perhaps the impossible is on its way.
Look, even though the bomb's planted, there's still a lot NIP can do right now, and that might seem silly, but what they really should be doing with all the bank that they've been building up with these rounds they're winning, send at least 1 individual on a scouting mission, as loud as you want. Maybe you get a free kill here. Maybe you're able to take away an exit, because look at the money situation. That's 2,900 going into the next for Team Vitality, aka the last round of the game. They have these 2 saved rifles, but if you could take away one of these, that's all of their arsenal gone. It'll be a limp-in buy. You get Famises. Maybe you get yourself, you're looking at a dropped rifle and someone taking armor while someone goes with nothing. Is he going to live in the site? I guess he just didn't want to go down.
I don't know.
They have the money for it, so it's not a problem.
There's only 1 round coming up next. It's just a bit of fun, I suppose.
Having some fun.
Have a bit of a laugh. And certainly not Vitality, giving up 4 rounds in a row now. This is for elimination. 3rd and final map. The first 2, Mirage and Overpass, both went to overtime. Splitting the maps there, it all came down to Inferno, and Vitality were just running away with the first half. They managed to get 10 rounds on their T side, but NIP, they brought us all the way back to round number 30 here. One more will do it, and they'll get the golden run. 3 out of 3 overtimes over a massive series here as well. Our voices are starting to give in, but I couldn't be happier to see what round number 30 has in store for us. Vitality backs to the wall now. This goes to overtime. Advantage NIP for sure. This was their game to close out, and they've got to try and do so now with 2 FAMASes. 3 players of our helmets. The AWP for ZywOo, but he seemed to get over-aggressive after finding that first pick. He's putting too much pressure on himself, and this time focusing towards B.
All right, then it's all about this round, the 30th, the final round of regulation. Victory, elimination, or overtime. Those are our options at the end of this 1 minute and 39 seconds. It starts to tick. misooTA and ZywOo given the responsibility of B, and it will be an AWP-on-AWP action again. ZywOo finding the first blood. Will he... Oh, no, he doesn't. He will not surrender. He's got a double. 3 frags away from the survival in this lower bracket. NIP, Nork, Letcro, and Rez forced to do it all in order to survive and take us into overtime. They have long.
They've come so far. Oh, no.
Not another heartbreaker for the Ninjas, surely. Certainly looking likely. Molotov shocks out of position. RPK tucked in on the balcony. He will be found. Rez with 1. And if they find a second, perhaps overtime is on the cards after all.
It's actually advancing NIP now with those 2 kills down. They can actually get the bomb planted here, and we'll see whether there's a chance. Apex trying to sneak through. 1 more round for Vitality would be enough. Lekro doesn't want to peek from the graveyard here. There's too much on the line, but they'll take him down. This is surely not going to happen, but I think it has to. We're going to overtime. 15-10 converted by NIP, and we have done it. 3 out of 3 maps, overtime.
5v3, that one. My God, he gets the double. Still not enough.
That's 5 maps in a row that NIP have played that have all gone to minimum of an overtime now. Last 2 games that they had in the FaZe series just yesterday.
Yeah.
And right now, they've done it again. I'm at a loss for words. These guys, they're just battling back. They're not giving up.
Yeah, Frederick Rez taking to Twitter saying Ninjas in overtime. He tweeted that after map 2. Didn't realize it was going to be so relevant to map 3. We're off, ladies and gentlemen, overtime, MR3. Everyone's got everything they desire, at least for the first round of play. And they send ZywOo to try and find an opening kill. Nothing to report just yet.
Apparently not. I can't believe Vitality even got into this position, but maybe they can reset here. They are going to be bringing out the single AWP. AK-47s for Ninjas in Pyjamas. I'll be so interested when a team on the T side starts operating with the MAC-10 in this first round, like trying to use the 10K system. You see no one with helmets there on the CT side. That would be very interesting.
That's a good point.
But I feel like that will be something we'll see soon. Either way, misooTA flashed over. Good for 1. That will do. Fall back. Hold on to the lead. And they've done so. That's how it should be done.
Yeah, couldn't ask for more. Very, very aggressively found. It was Apex who just swings wide, anticipating the walk-up, deals with it fantastically. You can see he does not want to relent just yet. Through the smoke? Yeah, that's the plan. A flash avoided by Apex and misooTA. They still have their vision. They've still got their bullets, and they do seem to be doing enough. Letcro seems to disagree. If he could get away from this one, I don't know how. A smoke, that could be the perfect opportunity. And oh, ZywOo's in trouble too. A flash, he's going to go construction. They still haven't planted. The rotate's coming in from RPK. Now found. Perhaps the Swedes can turn this around as well.
This would be unreal. If they give this round up after getting the first 2 picks, their Vitality have just dropped off astronomically at this point. ZywOo towards the coffins, and his teammates will back him up there. This is going to be a very convincing close to the round. 2 players survive on Vitality, and they'll post the first of overtime. They gave up 5 in a row towards the end of regulation, and getting on their feet just in the nick of time. Bomb goes down. Money won't be an issue now for NIP. Twist with the AWP. And Rez, the last player to buy. So being stopped in their tracks here. Nice work from Apex. ZywOo, good shot as well. Lekro tried to do what he could here. Brought it back to the 2 versus 2, but ultimately too strong at the end. ZywOo to close things out.
Oh, nearly the run boost. Trying to launch off his teammate's head.
Now, if you're joining us to watch G2 versus Heretics, we will be doing that on this stream, don't you worry. And Apex, he's going to be pushing straight on in. He gets the kill. He has a chance for a second. Plopsky will trade it, so Banana The battle hasn't been won just yet, but things are looking good for NIP. Nork, he's on another solo mission. They give this kid so much responsibility. They give him so much action. He's been taking a lot of space so far. He's changed it up, normally up mid to arch side. This time around out halls, and there's nobody in the pit waiting. So as the clock tickles on down, I think Vitality will drop back into a more passive setup, and maybe that's where Nork can capitalize.
Yeah, it's certainly a possibility. He's got a lot of ground, and he's still holding that line quite actively. He doesn't know about the pit position, so he can't really go much further and punish the CTs. They're counting on that.
You can feel the fatigue on the server. This game started at 4:30. We've now just gone 8:30 as well, so respect to the players here. This has been one hell of a shift. They're putting on one hell of a show as well. As we get into a 4-4, 30 seconds remaining. B finish looking likely. First round for Vitality, and it could be the second as well. The boosted Masuta takes down Plopsky, but it's all a bit of a ruse here. With 25 seconds remaining, they will be entering the A side of the map. Smoke down towards Moto.
Oh, Twist losing the bomb. I thought perhaps there'd be a bit of a sync up with their contact, but now Shox has got her in the perfect position, and he only has one more to find. Avoiding the flash if he was to get the kill. A plant was on the cards. Instead, it will just be Vitality. 2-0 in overtime.
This would be wild. Imagine NIP, their last 5 matches, they've only won 1 of them in overtime. They lost the other 4. Right, like isn't that like a polarizing picture that they've done so much hard work to get into these scenarios, and then the final hurdle they're unable to convert. Against FaZe, yesterday was an upper bracket match, right? Like we can see that, we understand that.
All of their victories as well have been 3-map affairs.
Isn't it wild?
They've had to work so hard to get here. There was 2-1 versus Complexity, 2-1 versus Heretics, 2-1 versus Fnatic. They played their fair share of games, but it seems like NIP, unless they can get something out of this last round on this T side, they could be in a lot of trouble. Look at Twist, though. He's taking a bit of space, and then some. Flashed off, that reveals his position. But a good flash might buy them some time. Plopsky's lost a lot of his health.
Ooh, the Mac 10 trying to find the damage required here. It's going to be another scrappy finish. It's not clear who'll be winning the round, but it is going to be the Desert Eagle at the back here. Zywo still fighting for his life. That's a beautiful shot. 1 versus 1. Has he got anything left in the tank? And it will be Rez to find the first and only round here for NIP. We go 2-1. As we switch things over now, will be Vitality. Giving it a crack on the T side, trying to close things out. 1 round required for double overtime guaranteed. This is beautiful for Zywo. I felt like the third was locked in after that, but wasn't meant to be.
It's like you build up power, right, when you hit those kind of shots.
Yeah, right, definitely.
It's like you're just winding on up, and you always feel like that last kill is going to come on through.
Confidence grows with every kill.
Yeah, but this is only the 2nd timeout so far in this map from NIP.
I guess they don't have Fred available to them, right?
There's no one to talk to.
No one even to chat to. They just
voice
speak
on
for their own benefit.
Well, whatever he's up to, I bet they're hoping he was with them right now, but this is a tough task for NIP. I don't know how they've been able to hold on. I don't even know how they were able to take us to overtime. They had to win a 3-on-5 situation.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually completely forgotten that the first 2 maps. It's just been such an inferno now. That's where all of my attention now lies. The entire series hinging on the next 3 rounds of play. And we're off. NIP and Vitality, only one will survive. Flashing the AWPer in for a quick look. It'll be Nork to have a quick peek. Instead, thinking better of it as the incendiaries are exchanged. And Apex, he's got a nade with Nork's name written all over it. Does do good damage, and second on top of his toes as well.
Still 1 round for Vitality to find series point. NIP now on the more favored CT side, but not if Inferno has anything to go by in this showing. It's actually the T sides that found the majority of the rounds here, and it's a full commitment towards A. Flashbang goes over. Lekro actually in the grey screen here. Rez won't be able to find the first. Masuta with a double. They know exactly what Lekro is, trying to find that all-important bullet. Zywo gets it through the smoke. This is for series points. 3 maps, 3 outings of overtime here. One hell of a slog over 4 hours of play. And it all comes down to this moment now. 5-on-2, they've guaranteed series point. There's 1 more to do it. Can they close this one out? It's been a long and labored affair.
Yeah, Masuta's double frag there was phenomenal. He gets the first. The second came so quickly after it. We didn't get to see it from his POV, but it must have been a transfer. I don't think he let go of his mouse throughout all of that.
Just a quick one here. I know it's overtime and we're hitting some crazy rounds of Counter-Strike now, but this is another situation where if you are Vitality and you realize they're saving, you could send 1 or 2 rifles in to hunt, right? Because you've already guaranteed the double overtime. You take these rifles away, even if they do win the next round and only have 1 or 2 players surviving, you guarantee going into the final gun round that they won't have a lot. By letting those hold on to this, especially the AWP, and they convert this next round, there's always a chance NIP can bounce back with 2. This is not done. And it won't be done until, well, 19 is what we're looking for right here. Vitality, they're just 1 round away from this. Good stuff from Masuda here.
1 and 2. Beautiful. Knew the second it would have to have been quick. Good God. Just following on that spray with great precision. We're going to be whipping out the double AWPs then. 1 saved, 1 bought. NIP, 1 round away from elimination here on the road to Rio. They've been there for a while. This is familiar territory at this point. Let's see who wants to be the first victim.
Okay then, 1 more round to close us out of Inferno, to get us out of this series. Vitality desperate to do so. Inferno should have been there as 15-10 up on the CT side, no less. It's all come down to this moment. 2 lives, 5 players towards B. Up against Plopsky and Nork. The latter of which got the AWP. Fires between the wickets, and this could be the access point. Does this where they close things out?
He hit
Nork
one.
will get the first and doesn't connect on the second, but a great incendiary will slow them down.
No scopes Zywoo straight through the smoke. It seems they're running out of health to defend this. They've got 3, but they're so low. Masuta's going to be exposed to the boost. Yeah, walking over the edge of the smoke. It's worked wonderfully. Nork's got 3. When it matters most, tested on his sight. He's got 5 players rushing him, and with an AWP of all weapons, he's managed to make it work. Has to finish this off, though, and Shox gives it a good go. It will be Apex left standing. He is only going to stop the first. And so flooding into the site, Nork with a triple kill. He keeps NIP alive. He keeps their hopes and dreams. As soon as that B bomb goes down, the retake gets awkward, but he makes it so much more difficult for them. That frag onto Zywoo. Let's see if we can see that again. For now, we can see the scoreboard. You got Nork and Lekro closing in on their 30. Zywoo's there already. Whew. Vitality, still 1. They still hold the power. See if we get to see some of the early frags again. So yeah, he gets RPK. It was flashed, smoked, no scope.
That's so filthy. Just what they needed, to be honest with you. It was the difference maker. He took out Zywoo. Bomb was going down, and we get into the final round of the first set of overtime here. It's looking likely for double overtime.
Yeah, the fact that you just said the first set of overtime, Henry.
I have got a feeling that we will get into double overtime, but we'll see the double up set up for now. Twist and Nork managing to make it look easy in the previous round. We'll see if they can continue that trend. 1 more will do it for double overtime. 1 more Vitality to close things out. Flash towards middle. Zywoo, 30 kills.
Threat's probably really glad he shaved his head, because he's probably pulling all of what remains out of his scalp if he's watching this one. Stressful, I'm sure.
Oh, so they've just burnt 2 smokes on the A bomb site at 1:30. So that'll buy them to 1:10. But to note yet again, they don't have any map control. Banana is free. They're just reclaiming top middle from brackets now. So posted up will be Twist with the AWP. It allows them to send 1 individual back over towards the B bomb site. That'll be Nork, the hero of last. But this is the problem. Limited information means you can't hedge. It means you can't gamble stack a site.
Well, look at Twist. He's top of middle right now with all the information. They can actually justify bringing a player over. He's tough back, and it's going to be Nork with the first again. While blind, and there will be a response. This is looking good now for the close. No rotations as of yet. A deep smoke and CT spawn. This is where it should end.
You'd think so. It certainly looks that way. I don't know how they get back in. They've got 1 coming from Banana, 2 CT spawn. At least it's, I was going to say rifles. Twist still working with the AWP. That's not going to be ideal. The nade could be. If only he dunked it. If only he knew. Time, it's getting towards that 4th way mark. Apex onto 1, looking for his 3rd frag, and he's got it. Vitality, the marathon is over. It's the French that prevail. A renaissance as Apex takes them and continues fighting in the lower bracket. Goodbye, NIP.